Let's ask Gemini about our hypothesis. I'm going to add a simple neural network model file later, but my question for now has to do with how to train. In previous projects, like voice recognition, guess an image, those were simple events. You say a phrase or drag in an image, click a button to cause a prediction, click the correct button to train it. But for live video feed, it seems to me that's not so simple. I was thinking instead of clicking the train button for whatever live object will be passing in front of the camera, and that button would remain depressed, and it would tell the app to capture frames and train on that image on that image. Without regard to the number of frames or technical issues, your analysis of the simple idea of just telling the model that as long as the indicated or related button is depressed, what is in the feed is that object. And Gemini says, your concept of using a held down button or toggle to continuously capture frames associated with specific labels, highly effective standard approach for real-time video training. Okay, so we know that my idea is going to work, so let's move on. Let's first do a little refactoring. So let's open the file. The name of the file is webcam.html, but as you can see here, it has three parts. This is the styling. Why does my computer seem so slow? That's the styling, the look and feel. These are the actual UI elements that we will see on the screen, on the page. And the rest of this is the code. So I want to create a webcam.css and a webcam.js to start refactoring or divvying up this file so it won't grow so big. Okay, so we've created the empty files, webcam CSS and webcam JS, and we're going to take the two parts that I just spoke about from the HTML file and put them in the respective locations of the new files. So if the left is the complete HTML file and the right is the new CSS file, what we'll do is we'll take style all the way to the bottom of style. Why is my computer jumpy? Interesting. We'll take that, not including the tag, and put it here. And we're going to save that, and that's the end of that one. And then now, if this is webcam.js and this is still our HTML file, we're going to go here to the script tag and go all the way down and grab all of that code, not including the script tag, copy that, paste it over here, and save it, and that's the end of that. Next thing we want to do is, since we've moved the styling over to another file, we're going to remove it from our HTML file. And notice that we now have empty style tag, and we have to replace it with a reference to the CSS file. We'll get to that in a second, but let's go here and remove all the code from our HTML file. And now we have two empty script tags. So now let's open up the HTML file, and we're going to go here, and that right there, webcam, that makes a reference to the new JS file, so we can save that. And now we have to do something up here with this. And so we replace the style tag with a link to webcam.css. Now, one more thing, we want to add in our model file. So we got to go find the model file. Where is it? There it is. Part 3. It's called neural.network.model.js. So we go here. Oh, wrong one. Right here. And this reference is the new model file, and we can start using it. Since we've made those changes, we want to make sure that the file that we changed works. So we want to make sure that webcam HTML will reference the JavaScript and the CSS and the model file. So we will start it up and see if there are any errors. And I can already tell you there's an error because this look and feel looks different. I know what it is. I made a mistake. Let's see, up here, right here. This shouldn't be there. So let's delete that. Let's save it. Let's reload this. I don't need the inspector anymore. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see if the camera, okay. Do we have a camera? Yes, we do. Let me take a background snapshot. Okay, cool. Let's still make sure there are no errors. Console, nope, I don't see an error. Debugger will tell us if the file's loaded. So let's see here. Yeah, we got the webcam JS and we got the model file. So we're ready to go.